Switzerland. The land of chocolate, cheese, precision trains, and tourists making the same face when they see their dinner bill. From accidentally dropping $100 on fondue to missing the last mountain train because you didn't realize everything runs like clockwork, this place is as beautiful as it is brutal on the unprepared. In this video, we're breaking down 10 tourist mistakes everyone makes in Switzerland and how you can avoid them. Whether you're headed for the Alps or just planning your budget around the cost of water, these tips will help you travel smarter, smoother, and without selling a kidney. Let's get into it. 1. Underestimating the cost. Switzerland. Where your wallet comes to cry. Switzerland. Clean, stunning, and brutally expensive. Tourists show up expecting Europe prices and end up paying $9 for water, $15 for coffee, and debating if their left shoe can cover a train ride. Let's be real, this isn't budget travel, it's billionaire starter pack territory. From accommodation to food to public restrooms that make you pay to pee, Switzerland doesn't play when it comes to price tags. What to do instead? Budget like a boss. Shop at local supermarkets like Coop and Migros, where you can grab picnic-style meals that won't bankrupt you. Pro tip: many Swiss locals eat lunch at these spots too. It's not cutting corners, it's cultural immersion with savings. Also, don't eat out for every meal unless your side hustle is oil tycoon. Mix in some self-catered meals, and your bank account will thank you faster than you can say Grüezi. And speaking of saving money, wait until you hear how many tourists willingly overpay for transportation. Buckle up. This next one is a financial facepalm. Not buying a Swiss travel pass, aka paying full price for Alpine regret. Switzerland's public transport is a scenic masterpiece, but paying for every ride individually? That's just tossing your money off a mountain. Every single ride adds up fast. The fix? Get yourself a Swiss travel pass. It's like a golden ticket to the country. Unlimited travel on trains, buses, boats, some cable cars, and even free or discounted entry to over 500 museums. Yes, museums. Because after blowing your budget on the Glacier Express without it, you'll be wandering through art galleries just to stay warm. And here's the kicker. It's not just about saving money. It saves time and stress too. No more fiddling with ticket machines while the train pulls away like a smug Swiss watch commercial. One pass, total freedom, and way more time to focus on jaw-dropping views instead of jaw-dropping receipts. Up next, why skipping Switzerland's smaller towns might be the biggest travel mistake you didn't know you were making. Skipping smaller towns. Big mistake, tiny towns. Zurich, Geneva, and Lucerne are great. But if that's your whole trip, you're missing the real magic. It's like going to Italy and only eating at the airport. Most tourists flock to the big cities, which means you're battling crowds, paying premium prices, and getting a version of Switzerland that's about as authentic as Swiss cheese in America. Spoiler, it's not even Swiss. Instead, head for places like Lauterbrunnen, a real-life fairy tale valley with 72 waterfalls and 0 bad photo angles. Or Gruyère's, where you can eat cheese that hasn't been within 500 miles of plastic wrap. And don't sleep on Appenzell, where the cows wear bells bigger than your carry-on and the views make you question your life choices. In a good way. These small towns serve up Swiss culture, scenery, and charm without the Instagram crowds or 5-star price tags. But no matter where you go, don't assume you can just wing it. Because in Switzerland, spontaneity is about as welcome as showing up late to a precision watch factory. Being too spontaneous. Switzerland is not a go-with-the-flow country. You land in Switzerland, backpack on, no plan, ready to find yourself. Cut to 4 hours at a train station and a squirrel-sized bench that's suddenly your new hotel. Switzerland runs on precision, and locals don't do the whole "we'll figure it out when we get there" energy. This is the land of minute-by-minute efficiency, where even the mountain goats probably have detailed calendars. What to do instead? Book your trains, hotels, and mountain excursions in advance, especially during peak seasons. Want to take the scenic Glacier Express or sleep in a charming lakeside chalet? Amazing. Just make sure you don't decide that on the same day. Trust me, in Switzerland, no reservations usually means no chance. Planning ahead doesn't kill the vibe. It protects it. Coming up, how Switzerland's weather can turn on you faster than your budget after one meal in Zurich. Let's talk layers and late surprises. Misjudging the weather, from summer sunshine to alpine ice age. You packed shorts and a floppy hat thinking, summer in Switzerland easy. Fast forward to you shivering on a mountaintop, wondering why it suddenly feels like winter in July. Switzerland's weather is basically moodier than a teen off Wi-Fi. One minute you're sweating by the lake, the next you're in a mountain village that feels like Narnia. The forecast says sunny? Cool. It also means absolutely nothing 3,000 feet higher. What to do instead? Embrace the power of layering. Pack like you're starring in a one-person outfit change montage. Base layers, light sweaters, a waterproof jacket, maybe even a scarf for dramatic flair. Whether you're heading to the Alps, the lakes, or both in one day, which is totally possible here, be ready to peel or pile. And while we're staying cool, let's talk about something that could heat things up in the wrong way, breaking the unspoken rules of Swiss quiet culture. Not respecting quiet hours and local etiquette. Shh. It's Switzerland. Switzerland is quiet, like ninja in a library quiet. On public transport, even the cows outside make less noise than some tourists. Talking loudly on a tram? Expect glares sharp enough to slice fondue. Playing music out loud on a train? You've just declared war on peace-loving locals. And no, I'm not from here is not a free pass to behave like you're narrating a TikTok on speaker. What to do instead? Channel your inner Swiss, low voice, calm vibe. Greet people with a polite Grüezi, that's hello in Swiss German. Smile modestly, and when in doubt, observe first, act second. Oh, and don't assume everyone speaks English. In big cities, sure, but in mountain towns, you might want to brush up on the basics or download a translation app. Bonus, locals love it when you try, even if you butcher rusty. Alright, etiquette mastered. Now let's dig into one of the biggest culinary cliches you're probably falling for, because Switzerland isn't just about fondue and chocolate, my friend. Only eating fondue and chocolate. There's more on the menu, melt lovers. Yes, fondue is tasty. Yes, Swiss chocolate slaps. But if that's your whole food tour, you're skipping the real Alpine flavors. Fondue is iconic, sure, but it's also the tourist's default setting. And let's face it, after the third pot, your arteries may start writing a breakup letter. Meanwhile, the locals are over here enjoying rösti, crispy golden potatoes that taste like hash browns went on a Euro trip. And don't even get me started on raclette, where they literally melt a wheel of cheese onto your plate like a glorious, gooey waterfall. What to do instead? Try regional dishes based on where you are. In Bern, go for Berner Platt, basically a meat lover's dream. In Appenzell, Alpine sausages and mountain cheeses that make gas station fondue look like a sad science experiment. Switzerland's food scene is way more diverse than people think. You just have to peel off the cheese blanket and dig a little deeper. Now that your stomach's full, let's talk about a mistake that'll leave you breathless for all the wrong reasons. Trying to see the whole country in one espresso-fueled sprint. Trying to see everything too fast. The Swiss blitz that no one wins, planning to hit Zurich, Lucerne, Interlaken, Zermatt, and Geneva, all in 5 days? That's not a vacation. That's a Swiss speed endurance test. Switzerland is not a country you rush through. It's a place you stroll, savor, and stop every 5 minutes to say, wait, is this real life? Packing too much into your trip means you'll spend more time staring at train windows than actually being in Switzerland. What to do instead? Slow down. Pick 2-3 regions and explore them fully. Take that extra walk by the lake. Sit in a mountain cafe and pretend you're in a postcard. Enjoy the sound of cowbells in the distance that aren't part of a ringtone. Trust me, the magic of Switzerland is in the stillness, not the checklist. Coming up, the Swiss travel mistake that could leave you stranded, late, or very confused. Yep, it's all about timetables and apps, because this country runs like a Rolex. Oh, ignoring local transport apps and timetables, Swiss trains wait for no one. Think you can just wing it through Swiss transit? Adorable. Trains here leave at 9:13, and by 9:13:05, you're waving at them from the platform. This isn't a hop-on, hope-for-the-best kind of country. It's time transfers, efficient platforms, and zero sympathy for tourists who didn't download the app. What to do instead? Use the SBB mobile app. It's the Swiss Rail Bible. Plug in your route, get real-time updates, platform numbers, connections, even chocolate-fueled timetable accuracy. Bonus, it also helps with buses, boats, and regional trains. Want to travel like a Swiss watch? And you gotta think like one. And now for the final, and possibly most underrated mistake. Thinking Switzerland is just snow-capped peaks and melted cheese? Oh no, friend. There's way more to unwrap. Thinking Switzerland is all mountains and cheese. Culture shock incoming. Yes, Switzerland has mountains and cheese, but if that's all you came for, you're only getting half the story. It's not just a postcard, it's a full-on cultural buffet hiding behind the Alps. You'll find world-class art in Basel, charming medieval streets in Bern, and music festivals by the lake in Montreux where jazz floats over the water like melted Gruyere on a dream. And let's not forget the museums, the history, and the urban scenes in Zurich that go way beyond banking and watches. What to do instead? Mix your itinerary like a good cheese board. A little alpine adventure, a little lakeside culture, a sprinkle of art and old towns. Switzerland's got layers, and the more you dig, the better it gets. Now that you know what not to do, let's wrap this trip up with a few final tips to help you conquer Switzerland like the savvy traveler you are. And there you have it. 10 tourist mistakes in Switzerland officially deactivated like a rogue cuckoo clock at midnight. You're now armed with the knowledge to dodge overpriced fondue, avoid schedule meltdowns, and not cry into your chocolate bar when that cable car costs more than your hotel room. With just a little prep and fewer spontaneous yodels of "I got this," your Swiss adventure can run smoother than a luxury timepiece, look better than a postcard, and feel way less like a budgeting crisis on skis. So if you're into real travel tips without the tourist fluff, smash that subscribe button, share this with your fellow travelers, and check out my next video. What not to do in the Bahamas, 10 tourist traps and what to do instead in 2025, because overpriced piña coladas are a whole different type of danger.